Welcome to Time to Buy or Sell by Kurt Realtors Sierra Pacific Group. Today we will be discussing the housing market in Galt.
Thanks for having me. It's great to be here.
Yeah, thanks for joining us for this deep dive. Today we're looking at a market that is, well, fundamentally contradicting itself.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, homes are flying off the market in under 30 days, yet sellers are slashing prices at record rates. We're going to figure out exactly why that is, decoding what you need to know right now.
Right. And to figure out if buyers or sellers have the upper hand right now, we first have to look at the raw numbers.
Using fresh MLS statistics and city planning research, right?
Exactly. Let's look at a snapshot from the MLS. Out of a recent sample of 100 listings in Galt, we're seeing 59 active, 26 pending, and 15 closed.
Wow, so like more than half of that recent inventory is just sitting active.
It is, yeah. And the median closed price is sitting at $540,000. Which is, a modest 3.6% dip year over year.
Okay, so what does that actually tell us?
What this tells us is that demand is still there. I mean, those 26 pending homes prove buyers are out there, but they are taking their time.
Right, they aren't rushing into just any property.
Exactly.
The market is almost like a yellow traffic light right now. Like nobody is slamming on the brakes, but buyers are absolutely proceeding with caution.
Yeah, keeping their foot hovering right over the brake pedal just in case. And that caution makes perfect sense, but it creates a really weird dynamic.
Oh, with the pace of the transactions.
Yes. On one hand, 73% of recently closed homes sold in under 30 days.
That is incredibly
It's
fast.
super fast. Yet on the other hand, over 31% of overall listings are taking price drops.
Wait, really?
Yeah, that's actually a 5% increase in price drops from last year.
Hold on, those two stats just don't belong together. If homes are closing fast, why are price drops up 5%? Are buyers just rejecting smaller, older layouts?
Well, it mostly comes down to the brutal math of affordability right now.
Yeah, the mortgage rates.
Exactly. At today's roughly 6% mortgage rate, buying that median $540,000 home requires about $129,000 in gross household income.
Oh, wow. That creates a very strict ceiling for buyers.
It does. They are hypersensitive to value. So if a house needs work or is priced even slightly too high, they simply cannot afford to bite.
They just wait for the seller to drop the price, right?
You got it. They wait for it to match their strict affordability threshold. But if a house is priced perfectly for its condition right out of the gate...
It gets snatched up in under a month.
Exactly.
So buyers have this strict budget ceiling. But that ceiling becomes a real weapon when you look at what else is popping up in Galt.
Oh, you mean the new construction?
Yeah, like they don't just have to settle for a 20-year-old resale home anymore.
That is the real wake-up call for sellers right now. You're no longer just competing with the house down the street.
Right, you're competing with a massive incoming supply pipeline.
Major developments like Liberty Ranch, Summerfield, and Fairway Oaks are all either advancing through planning or actively selling.
And resale sellers are competing directly against builder incentives, right?
Yeah, things like rate buy-downs, which are incredibly attractive to those rate-sensitive buyers we just talked about.
I get the financial appeal of a new build, for sure. But what about the town itself? Like, are local amenities enough to pull in buyers who can afford these new builds?
This is where the city's infrastructure investments play a huge role. Take the C Street Enhancements project, for example.
Oh, they're adding new bike lanes and improving walkability.
Right, and upgrading the landscaping. Now, local bike lanes aren't going to magically fix a 90-mile commute to San Francisco.
No, nobody's biking that.
Definitely not. But that's not the goal. The draw is the quality of life for remote and hybrid workers. People are actively trading their expensive, high-friction city lives for affordable, small-town amenities.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and search data shows the top inbound interest for Galt is actually coming from pricier metros like San Francisco and Fresno.
Wow, okay. So the bottom line for you listeners is this. If you are selling, you absolutely must price sharply against those new builds and respect the buyer's strict affordability math.
Absolutely.
And if you're buying, you have more negotiating power than you did a year ago, but you still have to carefully navigate those rate hurdles.
It's a very delicate balance.
Definitely. But before we wrap up, think about this. While we're seeing all this inbound interest from San Francisco, search data also shows heavy outbound interest from locals looking at places like Dallas and Boise.
Oh, that's fascinating.
Right. So will Galt's future housing inventory be freed up by locals leaving or snapped up by arriving big city expats? It's something to keep an eye on.
For sure.
Thanks for listening to Time to Buy or Sell. If you have questions about real estate in Galt, we're here to help. Reach out to us at Weichert Realtors Sierra Pacific Group. That's Weichert Realtors online at wrspg.com or call 916-619-1971.